Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to understand something very clearly today. The words you speak and the thoughts you entertain are the building blocks of your destiny. Most people go through life thinking that success is a matter of luck, timing, or connections. But the truth is, winners create their own luck. They attract the right timing and they naturally draw the right connections. And it all begins in the mind and flows through the mouth. A winner speaks what they expect, not what they fear. Listen to the language of the people around you. Many are speaking about what they don't want, complaining about their situations, and repeating fears over and over. That's why they stay stuck. But a winner declares victory before the battle is even fought. They say, I am more than capable. I am positioned to succeed. I will not fail. Every word is a declaration, a seed planted into the soil of their future. Your words must align with your destiny, not your circumstances. Too many people talk about how things are rather than how things can be. But your present doesn't determine your future. Your words do. When you speak from your future, you set a course for your life that your current situation cannot stop. Speak like you already have it, and your mind and the universe will begin arranging everything to make it happen. Winners guard their mental conversations carefully. They know that the most dangerous words are the ones they whisper to themselves. Doubt, worry, fear, and self-criticism are silent killers. If you want to win, you must control the inner dialogue. Train your mind to repeat affirmations of strength, capability, and abundance. Feed it truth, and your words will naturally follow. When winners talk, they talk with authority. They don't apologize for their goals. They don't soften their statements because someone else might feel uncomfortable. They speak clearly, boldly, and with unwavering conviction. Their tone commands attention, invites respect, and inspires action. The world responds to certainty, and certainty is built on the foundation of consistent positive thought and speech. Winners never allow negative narratives to take root. A setback is never a reason to quit. It's a reason to speak louder, declare stronger, and think bigger. If a negative thought tries to enter, it is immediately replaced with a higher truth. If someone doubts them, they respond with clarity, not with defensiveness. Every moment is an opportunity to speak power into your life, to lift yourself above temporary challenges, and to create your breakthrough. And finally, winners use their words to influence, inspire, and impact. They don't just speak for themselves, they speak to elevate everyone around them. Their words open doors, shift opportunities, and create environments where success is inevitable. They understand that speaking like a winner is not about arrogance, it's about authority, influence, and action. Your words can inspire your team, motivate your family, and attract opportunities that you never imagined. So, I want you to leave here today with a commitment to control your thoughts, to speak only words that align with your purpose, and to act on those words with confidence. Think like a winner, talk like a winner, and watch how life begins to respond to the new frequency you are now sending into the world. Your destiny is too big for doubt, too valuable for hesitation, and too powerful for fear. Speak it, declare it, live it. Winners speak what they expect, not what they fear. This is a principle that separates those who achieve greatness from those who remain trapped in mediocrity. Most people speak out of fear. They voice their worries, repeat their doubts, and declare everything they don't want. They complain about what's missing, talk about what's going wrong, and wonder aloud why success hasn't come to them yet. But here's the truth. What you speak becomes the blueprint for your life. Words are seeds, and fear only plants failure. A winner understands that the tongue is a powerful instrument. They recognize that when they speak words of expectation, they are not merely talking, they are creating reality. When a winner says, I am capable, I am prepared, I will succeed, they are planting certainty into their circumstances. Their language doesn't reflect their past failures or current challenges. It reflects the future they are determined to create. Expectant speech carries energy. It attracts opportunities, inspires confidence in others, and builds momentum. Fear-driven words, on the other hand, attract obstacles, hesitation, and doubt. Winners know that even when circumstances are difficult, speaking in faith, expectation, and authority sets the tone for breakthroughs. They look at a problem and say, this will work out in my favor, rather than asking, what if I fail? Their words align with their vision, not their fears. And in doing so, they shape their reality into one of success and victory. Speaking what you expect also trains your mind. Over time, your inner dialogue begins to match your declarations. You begin to see possibilities where others see barriers. You begin to act in ways that support your words, and the universe responds to the energy you emit. That is why winners are relentless in their declarations. They don't just hope for success, they speak it into existence every single day. Your words must align with your destiny, not your circumstances. Too many people speak according to what they see, what they feel, or what they are currently experiencing. And that is why their lives remain stuck. Circumstances are temporary, they describe the present, but they do not define the future. If you let your words reflect only what is happening around you, you will continue to attract limitation, delay, and frustration. But when your words are rooted in your purpose and your vision, they begin to shape reality in your favor. A person who speaks in alignment with their destiny declares what they are becoming, not what they are avoiding. They speak about solutions, about opportunities, about the victories that are yet to come. Even when the past seems uncertain, they articulate the end result, the life, the success, the influence they are determined to live. Their words become a bridge between where they are now and where they are going, and that bridge carries them straight into fulfillment. Speaking in alignment with your destiny also trains your mind to see opportunities instead of obstacles. When your words reflect your purpose, you begin to recognize doors that others cannot see. You take actions that others fear. You remain focused when others panic. And you develop resilience because your language constantly reminds you who you are meant to be rather than who you were yesterday. Every word you speak is a declaration to the world. But more importantly, it is a command to your mind. When your words reflect your destiny, they summon the people, the resources, and the circumstances that match your vision. That is why winners do not complain about their present. They speak the future into existence. They understand that the life they desire is already being built by the words they consistently declare. Winners guard their mental conversations. What you think in private shapes what you do in public. Most people don't realize that their inner dialogue is like the soil in which the seeds of their life are planted. If that soil is filled with doubt, fear, and negativity, then nothing of real value will grow. But when a winner controls their inner thoughts, they cultivate a mindset of success, confidence, and purpose that naturally flows into their words and actions. The thoughts you allow to take root in your mind determine your attitude, your decisions, and ultimately your results. A winner does not entertain thoughts of failure, worry, or I can't. They recognize these thoughts for what they are: temporary intrusions that must be immediately replaced with truth, possibility, and vision. They are vigilant, aware that every mental conversation is either building them up or tearing them down. Guarding your mental conversations also means choosing carefully what you focus on. A winner chooses to dwell on solutions, opportunities, and strengths, not on setbacks, obstacles, or weaknesses. They understand that what occupies their mind will soon occupy their mouth. If you allow fear or doubt to dominate your thinking, your speech will reflect it, and your life will follow suit. But if you discipline your mind to think in terms of victory, abundance, and influence, your words and actions naturally align with success. This is why winners are intentional with what they consume mentally, what they read, what they watch, what they meditate on, and even the company they keep. Every input shapes their inner conversation. They guard it like a treasure, knowing that it is the blueprint for everything they will accomplish. Control your thoughts and your words and your life will begin to follow. Neglect your inner conversations and the world around you will reflect the chaos inside. Winners speak with authority, not apology. The way you communicate shapes how the world responds to you. Most people talk as if they are uncertain, unsure, or unworthy, and because of that, they are treated as such. They soften their words, add unnecessary qualifiers, and apologize for their goals, their opinions, or even their presence. But a winner speaks boldly, with clarity, and with the unshakable belief that they belong in every room they enter. Speaking with authority begins in the mind. When you are clear about your purpose, your vision, and your value, your words naturally reflect that certainty. You don't hesitate. You don't over-explain. You don't weaken your statements with doubt. Every word carries weight because it comes from someone who knows who they are and where they are going. Authority in speech commands respect, opens doors, and inspires confidence in others. Winners understand that tone matters as much as content. It's not just what you say, it's how you say it. When you speak with conviction, people listen. When you speak with hesitation, even the most powerful message loses impact. Authority in speech is not arrogance, it's alignment. It is the natural expression of someone who is fully committed to their goals and refuses to let fear or doubt dictate the conversation. When you speak with authority, you also influence your own behavior. Your words shape your mindset, your decisions, and your actions. A decisive statement of belief drives decisive action. An apologetic statement fosters hesitation. Winners understand this connection and therefore choose their words carefully, knowing that authority in speech is the precursor to authority in life. Every time you speak, you are either projecting confidence or doubt, momentum or hesitation. To think and talk like a winner, you must train yourself to communicate with the certainty that your life, your vision, and your success are non-negotiable. Speak boldly, speak clearly, speak as the winner you were created to be. Winners rewrite negative narratives instantly. Life will always present challenges, setbacks, and disappointments. That is inevitable. But what separates a winner from everyone else is not the absence of problems. It is the ability to respond immediately and decisively to them. While most people dwell on mistakes, replay failures in their minds, and allow negativity to grow into fear, a winner refuses to accept the story of defeat. They see every challenge as temporary and every setback as an opportunity to declare something greater. The moment a negative thought arises, a winner replaces it with truth, faith, and expectation. If they catch themselves thinking, I can't do this or this is too hard, they immediately counter it with a higher declaration. I am capable. I am prepared. I will overcome. This is not wishful thinking. It is a conscious choice to control the narrative of their life. By rewriting negative narratives in real time, they prevent fear and doubt from taking root and ensure that their energy is focused on solutions, progress, and victory. Winners understand that words create reality. When you allow a negative story to play in your mind, it eventually comes out in your words, your tone, and your actions, which then shapes your results. But when you replace that narrative with empowering, expectant, and authoritative language, you reshape your reality. Every negative situation becomes fuel for determination, every criticism becomes motivation, and every failure becomes a lesson that pushes you closer to success. This skill requires vigilance and practice. It means catching thoughts before they turn into words, catching words before they turn into habits, and catching habits before they become outcomes. Winners do this consistently. They refuse to let temporary conditions define permanent results. They are architects of their own story, rewriting every chapter with purpose, authority, and unshakable confidence in life. The difference between those who succeed and those who stagnate is often as simple as a thought and a word. Winners take control of both. They rewrite the narrative instantly, and in doing so, they ensure that every day, every decision, and every action moves them closer to the life they were created to live. Winners use their words to influence, inspire, and impact. They understand that language is not just a tool for communication. It is a powerful instrument for transformation. Most people speak only for themselves, repeating what they've heard, expressing frustration, or sharing complaints. But a winner recognizes that every word they speak carries weight and can create opportunities, shape minds, and open doors that were previously closed. A winner speaks in a way that lifts others. Their words encourage, motivate, and provide clarity in moments of confusion. They don't hoard wisdom or hide insight. They share knowledge in ways that empower people to take action. Whether it's in a meeting, a conversation with a colleague, or a casual discussion, they understand that the right words can shift thinking, spark creativity, and move people towards success. Influence comes from authenticity and authority. When winners speak, people listen because they know the speaker has walked the path, faced the challenges, and achieved results. Their words carry credibility and inspire trust. They don't manipulate or coerce. They simply communicate from a place of clarity, purpose, and confidence, and that naturally impacts those around them. Winners also realize the ripple effect of their speech. A single declaration of hope, encouragement, or vision can change someone's day, mindset, or even life. They use their words intentionally, understanding that what they speak into existence affects not only themselves, but everyone around them. They create environments where positivity, determination, and success thrive simply because of the way they communicate. Ultimately, to think and talk like a winner is to speak with purpose. Every word should be deliberate, every thought intentional, and every conversation meaningful. Winners use language not just to express themselves, but to elevate others, to attract opportunities, and to leave a lasting impact on the world. They know that their words are powerful, and they wield them with precision, discipline, and unwavering faith in the outcome they are creating. In conclusion, thinking and talking like a winner is not just about positive words or fleeting motivation. It is a way of life. It begins in the mind, in the private conversations you have with yourself, and it flows outward through the words you speak and the actions you take. Winners speak what they expect, not what they fear. They align their words with their destiny, not with their temporary circumstances. They guard their mental conversations, speak with authority, rewrite negative narratives instantly, and use their words to influence, inspire, and impact everyone around them. Your thoughts and your words are the blueprint for your life. If you control them, you control your destiny. If you speak with expectation, authority, and purpose, doors will open, opportunities will appear, and people will be drawn to the energy you emit. Every challenge becomes a stepping stone. Every obstacle becomes a lesson, and every moment becomes a chance to declare your victory before it even manifests. So I challenge you today, take control of your mind, guard your words, and speak with power and purpose. Let your words shape your reality, elevate others, and create the life you were meant to live. Your destiny is calling, and the way you think and talk will determine whether you answer it as a winner or a spectator. Speak like a winner, think like a winner, and live like a winner. Because the life you desire is already within your reach, waiting for the declarations you are bold enough to make.